Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Rural 2IC, another morning chat. Now, what I want to talk about today is kind of your decision making process. Now, for me, and again, pretty much everything I'm going to say is going to be opinionated. But when you go through and you are going to make a very difficult and very tough decision, the things that you want is as much good, usable information as possible, time to process it, think everything through, maybe even have time with trusted individuals so that way you can go over it with them. They can help you see things that maybe you don't see or think about. And it's probably one of the best things that you can do in order to come to a good decision, right? Well, what's some of the alternatives that would be a bad decision making process? Well, I don't care if you are the best marksman or the absolute best of whatever, chef or surgeon or whatever. When you are trying to function into a routine, or if you're trying to make good decisions, things that affect it is things like sleep deprivation. You need sleep. When you start lacking sleep, your body does not have the rest that it needs, and it starts to cloud your judgment and your decision making process. It starts anything in your routine, things that you are normally really good at or excel at. You're not functioning at peak performance. But other things like fear and panic also come into play, right? And some of those you can do things to try and control or lessen it. But other things is going to be information. If you're not getting good, usable information, or you're not getting pretty much any information at all, that can really make things difficult. And really, the list goes on and on. I'm sure we could add tens and tens of things to this list about the various things that would go. Anything from stress and sickness and things like that. Maybe you are somebody that functions medically with something. You've been diagnosed with a certain ailment, and they have pharmaceutically prescribed you something and it works. In an shtf event, eventually that medication is going to run out, and maybe you've been on it for 5 years functioning really, really well, but you also do not have the experience of what are you going to do when that runs out. How will you function? Can you semi control it when you need it? So a lot of that, it's going to get you hopefully to start thinking. When it comes to things like fear or panic, do your best not to put yourself in those situations. Go out and get some field experience. Be in a controlled environment and go through and have somebody put you under stress and see how you function. If you want, use other things. Halloween comes around, and there's places that do haunted houses and stuff. The whole point of that is having fear. Go through it with a prepper's mindset. Where would something jump out and scare me? And try and have it to where your focus and attention tries to lessen that blow when somebody pops around the corner and tries to scare you. You can go through and you can utilize a bunch of things that's already out there. You just have to have that different mindset and look at things in a different lens, and you can really use it as a training tool. But I wanted to kind of list these out, and I didn't want to list a ton of them because I want you to think. I don't want to spoon feed. I want to give a few examples, and I want you to think. What are some things that would make decisions a little harder to do? what could you do about them? Is there a way that you can train to maybe help, so that way if something happens, your mind's already kind of been through it. It's not an absolute all-out panic and a freeze moment. Maybe it's something that'll lessen the blow a little bit, to where maybe making a life or death situation, a decision during that, might make it just a little bit easier. And when it comes to a life or death, I'll take all the help I can get, right? So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay tuned, because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.